So they weren't even part of the decision. The court said that they couldn't even be. They didn't even get to know. They just got to wake up one day and find out that their title had been awarded.
I don't know how John Rustad talks about this subject without spontaneously combusting on the spot, because he was mocked and attacked relentlessly by David Eby and many other people, many other eggheads and boffins and experts. Just they couldn't stop sticking the knife into John Rustad when he was talking about this exact thing happening. Remember in the debate, that video's doing the rounds, isn't it, where Eby's saying, like, he's trying to scare you. He's trying to say he's going to take the land away from you. It's like, what's happened? If I was John Rustad, I'd just be pulling my hair out constantly, because it's so annoying to be proved right when it's as depressing as this, when it's as big a deal as this. So kind of, I guess, like, credit to old Rusty there for keeping his head on.
I've interviewed Jeff Moyse, the Aboriginal lawyer for the government, for about 31 years, and now practicing on his own. And I've interviewed him a couple times, and we're going to get an interview again. And in British Columbia, there's over 100% of land claims, because there's lots of overlapping claims. So this is really serious. And then Jeff Moyse said that this thing could take 5 to 7 years just to play out in the BC Supreme Court appeal system. And the Canadian Supreme Court won't hear it till it's exhausted through the BC Supreme Court. And so these people right now that have had this decision made on their land, you can't sell this. And then there's even talk that you can't even get to renew the mortgage. So the only choice they really have is to sue the government, because the land is purchased from the government. So it's BC Crown that sold the land to this man at some point, or I don't know if he bought it from somebody else, but original sale comes from the Crown. So the only recourse he has right now is sue the government. And you just think about it, I think there's about almost close to $3 trillion worth of private land in BC. Where does the BC government get $3 trillion? And if the BC government can't sell land, like the Crown can't sell land, is there a BC government? Is there a Canadian government? Do you know what I mean? This is how serious this question is. And it's, we had Jonathan Kay on the other day, a good interview, go watch that. And he's from Ontario, he used to be an editor with the National Post, and said that, like, as bad as things are in Canada, they look over at BC and they say, what are you guys doing there? You got a Conservative Party that's in chaos, and then you got NDP living in la la land that basically allowed all this to happen, like basically laid it all out, allowed it to happen, and now it's like, oh, well, we didn't do this.